Alright, so we're back. Now let's check out aptitude. We're going to look at polearms. Merfolk, Meteorin, Minotaur, Tengu. Yeah, our last character we were kind of dumb charging into a fire dragon because we wanted some loot. Hey, that's what we get. Alright, so let's do Tengu. I mean, Tengu Venom Mage wouldn't be that bad. But we can always adapt. Monk is not going to help us with Eurydilemnol. Gladiator might not be bad, Fighter might not be bad. And we can even do Artificer. And then we start with Club. Yeah, we'll do Gladiator on Trident. So we'll keep polearms on for a while. We'll keep fighting and dodging. I'll ditch dodging actually. Alright, let's go back to the water, where hopefully we can get a little bit of an advantage. And our crawl's really just that. Just frozen up. Yeah, our kobold was struggling. Damn. Really didn't want it to end like this. Alright, we get ourselves shafted. Let's try and attack the snake from behind the kobold. Doesn't appear to be working. Try to use the throwing nets and they almost all miss. Luckily we got him back. Strength, we're gonna go armor. Wow, we get Magic Dart, Call Imp, and Mephitic Cloud. Maybe we should have gone Intelligence. That's a decent start. Well, since we got shafted, let's go back up. Wow, we get Ignite, Poison, and Freezing Cloud. Tower Shield. Ring of Positive Energy. Alright, we are at 1.1 attack delay. We're going to try and get that to 1 as soon as possible, kind of arbitrarily. +2 Cloak is a nice armor upgrade. Minor Magic, which we already have. We have a helmet, which we're already wearing one. Faded Altar of an Unknown God. Do we do it? Shock, Swiftness, and Airstrike. You have a pretty good spell set. We could go Chabriados. There's a bookshop. We have a Book of the Dragon. Lesser Beckoning, Manifold Assault. Yeah, basically all the spells that we could ever want to cast are going to be in here. We could go Behemoth. Doesn't Behemoth give Wizardry these days still? Followers will gain Divine Assistance. So you first get Wizardry, and then you get increased range. And then we don't have to train invocations either. Part of the reason why we went polearms was so that we could go Ureta Limnol, because we thought it was a pretty cool experience. It's kind of a question on whether our character is going to be strong enough to actually, like, go into fights and stuff. Orc Priest, no thanks. Turns out they woke up and noticed us anyway. Excuse me. A trident is a one-handed weapon, apparently. We could use the Orb of Wrath. To 5. Yes, Our tail gets a sharp stinger. Cool. We're covered in scales. Their stinger casts weakness on enemies. The fast mana regen is in favor of Jabriatos. Okay, big ol' room here. We're gonna have to exclude that. Let's go to this other staircase that we saw and exclude that one as well. Let's get some identify going. Curing in Might, okay. Scroll of Butterflies. Scroll of Teleport. Yeah, it was not great, but at least it gives us an idea of how we're going to proceed, which apparently is a lot of stair dancing. Alright, polymorphing the Buddha worked out well. Polymorphing the iguana did not work out well because it turned into a wolf. That wolf, not great. We'll use our throwing net on it, so we can pull up some easy enemies instead, so we take out them. Nice. Let's go back down this staircase. You want to stand off and all? Spear versus spear battle? Is that how you want to do it? We're gonna have to run away, we're taking too much damage. Alright, we're at 1.0 now. On our attack delay. So let's turn on some fighting. The wolf is no longer yellow. I mean, no longer red. It should be, because we just got down to frickin' 1 HP. That was rough. Let's get some poison darts on it. And try again. And that's what we needed. Wand of Quicksilver. There's a water moccasin down there. Let's try and polymorph it. Looks like we're gonna miss our chance to do that. This turn at least. Alright, 2 charges. Hey, we turn the water moccasin into a bullfrog. Much easier. Not super easy, but much easier than a water moccasin. Of course, we have this null sergeant chasing us. What a level. What a level. There's a whole other pack. Like right here. That's crazy. What is he wearing anyway? +1 Vorpal Spear. This one has a +2 Spear of Venom. That would be very nice for us to have. The Wand of Quicksilver might not be a bad idea. Let's attack the one with the Spear of Venom. And bring that one up. We'll take the Spear of Venom. So our Trident right now is 13 damage at 0.9. And our Spear is 11 damage at 0.7. Spear is going to be just far better for what we're wanting to do. Let's go ahead and turn dodging on as well. Let's at least get it to 4. So we go back down these stairs, we get some nice, fast, easy hits. We're gonna try and poison the null sergeant. We're gonna draw it up for the stair dance. We take it out, no problem. There's a kite shield. I think it's a great long-term thing for us to use. But it's hard to turn down having an extra slot. We don't have a whole lot to try and take this ice beast out, but we do have a throwing net. We'll do that plus some poison kiting. Nice. Another ice beast. Hopefully we can get some damage on it. Another null pack. I really don't like being weakened like this. I mean, we were gonna hit them with poison anyway, but we really need all the damage that we can get at the moment. Scroll of Identify. Edmund with a Flail of Protection. Let's exclude them. We can see what's in here if we go around the other side first. Ashenzari. Ashenzari is pretty nice, in all honesty. This skill boost would help offset our aptitudes. And if we end up getting curses, like for something like shields or whatever, could be really nice. It also means that we maybe don't need as high of an intellect as we otherwise might. Get some of these spells. If we think that our character needs to be able to be flexible, with skills, then Ashenzari is probably the way that we should go. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, Edmund is excluded. So we go down. I'm going to switch to our trident since the white doesn't care about poison. And this could be a situation where we end up getting a weapon upgrade. A lot of times the whites have pretty good starter weapons on them. Doesn't look like it so much right now, gotta say. But we try and get some poison kites in on these enemies that are vulnerable to it. Got ourselves Ice Blast, which is fantastic. Again, we're gonna use our trident since we're not gonna poison them. Ice Beast will stay on the Venom. Necrophage will switch to the Trident. And we'll just kind of do that. Back and forth. Alright, we took out the wizard. Getting confused is really bad / annoying. Alright, let's build up our hit points. Curse of Cunning and Beguiling. Conjurations, hexes, translocation, dodging, and stealth. Basically stuff that we're nearly certainly going to want to swap out. So let's go ahead and curse our leather armor. This is not something that we want. Scroll of Immolation. We were afraid of that. What happens if we Quicksilver? Hey, that actually wasn't so bad, right? Because the water moccasin did not end up exploding because of the Wand of Quicksilver. This black bear still has inner flame. Of course we got confused. Alright, we're gonna unconfuse ourselves. And we're gonna go out of line of sight. Let's use Ice Blast to take out the black bear and the wizard. That seemed to work. We want that fire in line of sight for as long as possible. So we got away. Why isn't it giving us any stealth? Is it because we don't have piety? Whatever, let's get 1 rank of stealth. If we don't get bonus stealth because we don't have stealth, we need to not do that. This Orc Warrior with an Arbalest. Pretty crunchy, pretty tough for us. So we really can't stay on this level that long I mean, maybe we're silly for rushing towards the treasure, but like, treasure, right? You know, we don't want to run in blind necessarily. This white has Ice Blast. The one has Halberd. Halberd's nice. You want to give us that Halberd, bro? Halberd, get. Our current attack delay is 1.0 with it, and our damage rating is 20. What a huge increase. So let's swap Halberd with Trident. Let's rest up. There's a white down there. Here's that white with Ice Blast. Why did you have to do that? Cast Ice Blast and waste a charge. Alright, we identified heal wounds. Perfect. Black potion. Do we want to go just crazy and say we're going to drink it and hope it's experience? Lignification. That potentially would have been nice. No, and water moccasin. Strength, int, or dex. Let's go over int. No Buddha. Taken out. Null pack. Taken out. This Halberd's an excellent acquisition. Alright, there's that orc with the arbalest. And they're wearing probably heavy armor or something, right? Chainmail. Alright. Link scroll, damn, wasted link scroll. But we got a scroll of acquirement. We have a glaive here. Which is damage rating 28, but it's electricity brand, 5 armor class, and spectral. The other alternative is that we get I'm not actually going to stick around to see. Let's read it when we're somewhere safe. Manual of Fighting, Staff of Poison. The +5 glaive is, we're at 20 damage rating. And the glaive is 28. Which is pretty significantly good. The Manual of Fighting is also significantly good. It's just, we're gonna get so much damage. We're gonna get 5 armor class. That's gonna be immediately useful to us. So we'll use that. And then we'll put Halberd on B. Right now we're at 1.2. Our Halberd is at 1.0. So let's not go down that way. Let's go down a different way. There's Steam Dragon. Let's just play with this glaive just to see. Wow. One shot. One shot. Chain armor. Shouting orc. Orc wizard. Shadow Imp and Iguana. Let's go ahead and let's keep fighting on. We need a HP. Alright, we have our next curse available to us. Evocations, armor, and shields. Pretty awful. Pretty awful. Because we're not wearing armor, and we're not going to wear shields. Not with this weapon. And I don't know why we would change weapons when we found a +5 glaive like this on Dungeon 7. And of course there's like a billion enemies to fight at once. Including an orc warrior with a glaive, but we actually were able to take it out, which makes us even more happy. Even more happy that we picked this from Requirement. Thank you, Requirement Scroll. You need to be able to see invisible. Ashenzari will eventually help with that. It's a shame. You know, let's do it. Let's pick up this trash helmet, and let's wear it, and then let's curse it. Now we got our stuff identified, which is a nice plus. And we actually took out that orc. So we can clear that annotation and go down onto Dungeon 7. Lots of invisible orc warriors. Looks like there might be a vault here. It's just a little blue vault. Alright, so we got a troll. We actually have a lot of stuff closing in. And the troll can hit 50 damage. So we're gonna try to not do that. We also hit for a lot of damage, but let's try to not get ourselves involved in something that can two-shot us. Alright, getting ourselves poisoned. Alright. Cause fear. Two-headed ogre. Take out the two-headed ogre gratefully. We now have another curse that's available to us. Fire magic, so elemental magic, dodging, and stealth. Let's go ahead and curse our +2 cloak. So now we have seen Viz. And we have magic regen and innate guardian spirit. Let's try and take out this troll. We're gonna load him up with some poison to try and counteract the regen, and we kill him in 3 hits. Nice. Alright, finished Dungeon 8, on to Dungeon 9. We find ourselves an armor shop, which could be fantastic. Let's go ahead and read a scroll of poison. And that's going to fill the screen, and then we're going to worry about trying to take out that priest. Getting some poison on him. We end up being confused. We're going to try and wait it out. And I'll hit a killer bee. I'll hit the priest. We end up getting confused more. So we're going to stumble around. Go upstairs, rest off, come back down. Artifact, Quicksilver Dragon Scales, Ruined Cloak. Some Ego Armor. Damn, we just keep getting confused. We must not have like any willpower. Well, we'll try and make up for it by one-shotting. Won't be fine. Okay, so we have 4 death yaks and 4 yaks. Like, seriously? Seriously, 4 death yaks? Introspection and alchemy. Okay, what do we have there? Fighting, spellcasting, poison magic, and transmutations. So we don't have any poison or transmutation. Meth cloud and ignite poison though. We could put it on our ring of magical power. I don't really like that idea. Alright, so we do have the Lair staircase. We could try and rush it, but we're just going to find more yaks. And that's like what we're having a problem with at the moment. It would be real nice to get that pipe. We'll put it on a ring of positive energy. We really want to open that, but it's probably a bad idea. Probably a bad idea. Let's not do that thing. Let's on to Dungeon 10. It's nearly certainly easier than 4 Death Unix. It's not certainly, but I'd say it's nearly certainly. Now this is an exceedingly dangerous vault that we do not want to open under any circumstances. And in return, what do we get? A +1 hat. Alright, more curse available to us. Summonings, necromancy, and elemental magic. We're going to sit on that. Unless we know for sure we're going to ditch a piece of equipment that is not yet enchanted. I don't think we know that. Alright, big scary enemy is Sonya, Dagger of Distortion, and Curare Darts. Running away is a legit strategy. Let's go ahead and roll with the Scroll of Butterflies. Sonya blinks, kind of annoyingly. Nice, 1 shot. Let's get those darts. 2 shot the troll, 3 shot the troll. Troll leather armor. So while we have, let's go ahead and shatter our leather armor. And then we'll put on the troll leather armor and get regen. Whoa, look at that. +4 Helmet of the Slug periodically slows you, but it has resist cold, regen, and 4 intellect. It's kind of insane. The slow would be pretty dangerous, but regen is quite powerful, and the intellect might eventually be useful. We'll kind of have to see where we end up with our polearms training. Now our polearms, please say they doesn't chop off heads. Yeah, that's not good. We'll Ice Blast it. Ice Blast it again. We'll Ice Blast it again. We can blink. We can might. I think we just go for it. And we are cutting off heads, and they are growing back. But we were lucky enough to be able to do enough damage. Ranged combat and introspection. So ranged weapons, throwing, fighting, spellcasting. The fighting was nice. The one thing that Spectral has that's nice is that you can actually block an enemy. Okay, we got Berserk Range, we got a pair of boots. Boots might be a nice receptacle for that curse. elfin range, huh? Scroll of Summoning, nice. Alright, so now we have Companions and Introspection. Fighting, Spellcasting, Summonings, Necromancy. Damn, and a fun 8-headed Hydra. Well, we can stay away from it. Looks like we found some gloves as well. Another troll leather armor. Alright, weapon shown. Kinda unlikely that we'll find something better than what we have, but it could happen. +7 Bardache of Venom. Damage rating is 39. It is actually better. If nothing else, it could be something good to buy and use a brand on it. And then hope that you get, you know, like flaming or something like that. Flaming is the brand that we would want with Ashenzari. We'd be willing to curse a less good flaming weapon. If it meant getting a nice curse. Depending. Like, yeah. So like a dummy, we just charged these 2 Tengu warriors, and somehow we're fine, and we hardly took any damage. And we get some more dodging. Let's go ahead and get some evocations. Armor, shields, dodging, stealth. We're getting some pretty hard enemies in Dungeon 13. Like a red, ugly thing. I don't know, can they open doors? Yes, they can open doors. Alright, bunch of slime creatures en route to us. Or they were. The cool thing about Spectral Brood is that in hallways like this, you can actually still take advantage of your Spectral weapon without having to reposition. It's probably okay for now. Let's just get dodge up some more. Another two-headed ogre, okay. We can do it. Yaktars. We can do those too, kinda. Might be a vaults entrance, if so, you want to avoid that. You don't want to have to take out those vault guards. Although it does bring up a question of how do we think we're going to kill things like that? How do we think we will? Freezing Cloud is nice. If we got Freezing Cloud, we could also get Mephitic Cloud. And then we also have Ignite Poison. Mephitic Cloud is good though. And we do have a bunch of spell books, right? Yeah, we have like any bookshop. Like we could go summonings. We could go conjurations. We have Fulminant Prism, which is really nice. Hailstorm. We had Hailstorm and Freezing Cloud, maybe? Well, we still have a ways to go. Need skill level 20. Oh my god. Pack of Ogre Mage. Ogre Mage can banish us. Oh no, they can't. They can't paralyze us, though. Can we charm them? No. Ice Blast isn't gonna do much. We could scroll poison them. Or we could... Yeah, let's do it. Scroll a poison right here, and let's wait for them to follow. And then they have to walk into the poison gas. We killed the most dangerous of them. There's still a two-headed ogre after us, but that's okay. I think we're probably ready to take a Lair, but... we do have to be careful because that's where all the Death Yaks were. And maybe we can take a Death Yak these days? We definitely couldn't before. Alright, so let's go into the Lair. Find ourselves an Arbalest. Melee combat and elements. Now that's potentially something that we want. It gives us weapon skill. So let's pick that up. Let's go ahead and curse our troll leather armor. We have Maggie holding a glaive with some steam dragon scales. They can two-shot us if we don't get our resists. Let's just not engage them. That's an option. So there was a wyvern here. Yeah, I think Amphitic Cloud would be good. So let's get spellcasting to 5. And let's get poison to 5. And let's get air to 5. Greetings. And we're back on this demon spawn gladiator. We have had the fortune of finding a pretty nice glaive from the Scroll of Acquirement. We actually red identified that scroll in the middle of a bunch of enemies. It's almost like Crawl rewarded us for our risk-taking behavior. But surely that's not the case. Our mutations right now, we have Guardian Spirit, Magic Regen, Razor Sharp Scales, and the weakness, Tail Stinger. So You can decide for yourself whether those are considered good mutations. We have not played very many demon spawns. This is only our 24th demon spawn ever in many years playing the game. I don't even know what all the mutations are. Of elements and companions, it's not really something that's gonna help us, so we're gonna have to pass. Plus 2 pair of boots, well, let's go ahead and curse those boots then. Now we have clarity. And that's it for Lair 1. We're gonna go down on Lair 2 here in a moment. No, be right back for a bio break. So, we're going to take a moment before we begin playing again. Kinda what we're thinking is how we're going to transition out of pure melee and what's going to help us. We have a bunch of spells available to us from shops, and we were kind of thinking, maybe let's get Mephitic Cloud, which would enable us to get Swiftness. Let's get Freezing Cloud, which would potentially open up Hailstorm. I don't believe we found Mystic Blast yet, no. So I think that's probably what we'll do. We do have this crazy hat that we kind of want to wear. Even though it gives us the slow, intellect regen, resist cold is pretty significant. And if we do that, then the cloud spell is kind of nice. So, just a moment, we'll be back. Alright, so down to Lair 2. We have a wave of frost that is on the opposite side of the level. So we're going to go down some other staircases. We have some substantial enemies to fight. Alright, let's go up. Let's go down a different staircase. There's nothing we can do to get extra cold resist. Let's go back to the stairs, not be too greedy. Could be nice experience for us. We don't have any fire, do we? Besides ignite poison. And inner flame. Cause fear. Cause fear is probably not going to work on zombies and simulacrum. Getting ourselves some nice dodging. So let's go down in the frost cave. Charming, we could get simulacrum. How many can we get? Just try and get as many as we can. And then we can stand here beside our minions. Nice. Had some betrayal there, but what else are we gonna do? Looks like we've got a bunch of ice statues. Luckily, we can reach. But overall, this looks pretty dangerous. We might have to turn back. Okay, 2 ice statues. Alright, 5 hits and we killed the statue. It doesn't particularly help with killing the one that's all the way over here, though. Infinite will, so that's not gonna work. We could fire several Quicksilver blasts at it. Alright, nice. Probably woke up a lot of things that we didn't really want woken up, but the treasure pulls us onward. Lots of bolts of dispelling energy. And yeah, let's get some charm in. Killing the ugly thing. Did we really clear it? There's a manual. There's a glaive of freezing. Condenser vein. It's a manual of axes. Alright, so let's get out of the ice cave. Gotta blink us up there. In a rhyme drake. Evocations in melee combat, huh? What can we curse? Yeah, it's not looking good. But the melee combat is kind of nice, right? We'll go ahead and curse. We'll curse the magical power. And we're basically at a stopping point now. So we're gonna conclude this run after we take out this yak pack. And let's get our elemental magic a little higher. And let's get our conjurations a little higher. And let's get our spell casting a little higher. Fighting will just keep on. Dodging will continue getting. So, cool. That's where we'll come back and we'll finish the lair the next time we play. So thanks for watching. Well, greetings and salutations. We're back as level 13 demon spawn gladiator. We're in layer 2. We are worshipping Ashenzari, and right now we are getting our magic skills up so that we can cast Mephitic Cloud and hopefully Freezing Cloud as well. I'm going to go ahead and pick up Meth Cloud. I'm going to go ahead and pick up Swiftness. And we'll leave it there for a little while. We're going to continue exploring. We're pretty close to minimum delay with our awesome glaive that we found. When we found an requirement scroll in Dungeon 7. Alright. Gastronomic. That's no good. It could be airstriked. What happens if we polymorph? That's awful. Charming isn't gonna happen. Being slow is kind of bad. Can't quite reach with Mephitic Cloud. Alright, so let's go around the corner. Hope that slow runs out. Alright, our slow did run out. In one turn, we'll be able to do something. Let's go ahead and cast Mephitic Cloud. Looks like Mephitic Cloud didn't do anything, but we were able to take them out. So it's definitely good that we're getting fighting and dodging up. Once we get to Mindelair and this polearm, we're probably gonna keep putting experience into these other things that are more ancillary in nature. All stuff that like give us the ability to do other things. Getting pretty good attack delay. 35 damage rating weapon. Alright, so we're done with layer 2. Let's go down into layer 3. Cunning and fortitude, dodging, stealth, armor, shields. That's not very good. We don't have gloves to replace. If we end up getting a really nice one, we also don't have something good to put it on. So I think let's shatter the chains on our boots, right? Because we have a nice pair of boots. So let's destroy. What are our boots giving us? Elemental magic, summoning and necromancy. That's stuff that we really need. We're about to be able to put a lot of experience into that stuff. So let's shatter the chains on our boots. We'll lose astral sight. What are we gonna do? So the Hydra's definitely regrowing their heads, but we have enough damage output. Hey, Olgreb's Toxic Radiance. It's at 34%. And let's just keep going the way we're going. Try and pull some enemies so we don't have to fight all of them at once. Looks like we're kind of pulling them. I'm getting some of this experience. Plus we'll link vision, nice. So we could totally put on this evasion ring in a little while. I'm kind of hoping for an artifact, but it's pretty decent. We got petrified, but we still took out the catapultos. That's it for Lair 3. So down on to Lair 4. Take out some king toads. Fortitude in melee combat, not that. Armor, shields, and weapon skill. It's decent. Yeah, it's decent. Not amazing, but it's decent. Let's go ahead and curse those gloves. Ring of dexterity, nice. The spectral brand really is nice for the extra damage. Message up Olgreb. Let's use an Ice Blast. And we may as well try and go for the Cure. It's not gonna work, so we'll just melee it. 10-headed Hydra. Yikes. We take it out. Alright, so we're gonna have a vault here. Yeah, not really ideal. We have multiple Hydras. Alright, speaking of Hydras, there we go. Let's try for an Ice Blast. Alright, 10 heads, 12 heads, 14 heads. Yikes. Don't really have an option though. Alright, so we now have level 2 on our sharp scales. Alright, we're getting ourselves petrified. Let's try and get a charm in. Yes. Yeah, that worked out pretty well. Beguiling and companions. That's not really something that's going to help us. Conjuration, hex, translocations, and summoning necromancy. Mowing stuff down without too much issue. What's our spell success look like on Freezing Cloud? 50%. So we need more Conjuration, Ice, and Air. So let's get Ice to 9. Air will get to 9. Conjurations will get to 9. Spellcasting, let's get a lot. Up to 12. Poison, let's get up to 7. And then dodging, let's go ahead and get that. We probably should get 21 polearms just in case our curses change, but maybe we shouldn't. It's an awful lot of experience. Maybe we focus everything else. Trying to get 6 evocations. Okay, let's try that. Scroll of Acquirement, yes please. So we get some fire spells in a book, a Staff of Cold, plus 7 plate armor. That gives us 6 intellect. And has harm on it. That's not great. Let's get that gold, because that opens up the Quicksilver Dragon Scales. If not, it comes very close. Yeah. Artifact, Quicksilver Dragon Scales. Base armor rating is 9. So we get 5 more armor class compared to our Troll Leather armor. That's a pretty compelling thing for us to... It's extremely expensive though. It's like the main thing. Alchemy and Companions. Poison, Transmutation, Summoning, Necromancy will pass. Do we need to destroy any items? Still not found an amulet? An amulet. Okay. Okay, we're in the water because this is Lair 5. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. This is one of the only games that we've gotten Hydras, and we've decided that we're just gonna try and DPS them down. The suspense is high every single time we fight one. Let's go ahead and get him caught and let's run away because of the noise. Usually there's a decent amount of loot on this particular vault. Don't really want to be slowed. Beguiling in elements. We'll skip that. Elements is nice. But yeah, conjurations and elements. That actually would help us get freezing cloud. That's kind of a good idea, actually, but if we do that, then we're gonna need to destroy something. We could destroy the helmet and put it on a big baller helmet. Our big baller helmet, it's 4 intellect, resist cold, regen, 4, it's +4 helmet, but we also have random slow. But I think it's worth it. We really are gonna spend all of our gold on these Quicksilver Dragon scales, aren't we? Can't be enchanted, but we get willpower. We do need willpower. It's destroying 2 things. But do we want the Beguiling? I think, yeah. I think we do it. Let's curse our boots, and let's go get these Quicksilver Dragon scales. Get there, huh? Well, let's just take this helmet off. And put the helmet on. 16 stats on everything. We get Olgreb's Toxic Radiance and Ignite Poison and Freezing Cloud, so that's 12 spell levels. That's pretty good. Yeah, let's go ahead and pick them up. Right, Freezing Cloud will be capitals. So let's get a few levels of Fire Magic. Do we need transmutations? It'll help with Ignite Poison. Yeah, we may as well get a few levels of them. Same with Fire. And let's clear the rest of it. Make decisions on here, because we might find these. Might find a nice piece of armor or something. Maybe. Alright, so these Quicksilver Dragon scales are on dungeon. We're not gonna get to dungeon? Why are they not? Oh, because we're in a travel excluded area due to the Death Yaks. We actually haven't had to fight a Death Yak in the lab, but we can take it out now. As long as we don't get them all at once. Yeah, that's kind of cool. it's like, yeah, you can take these as long as we don't get them all at once. So we'll do Olgrebs, Ignite Poison, nice. Now this feels nice. Olgrebs. We did get our slow. Oh wow. Where's that shop on Dungeon 9, the antique armor shop? Alright, let's check it out, let's buy it. So, we get 5 armor class, 2 dexterity, resist electricity, and willpower. Very nice find. But it means we're going to have to destroy troll level armor. So we do that. It reduces our elemental, it also reduces our weapon skill. That's okay. Let's look at our spell success. 191, 24. Put on. We're gonna need a lot more spell casting. We're gonna need some armor skill too. Evasion stayed mostly the same. Let's go ahead and pause on the evasion. Finding, let's stop at 15. Let's get some more ropes. And some of these other spells. Okay. Nice to have Olgrebs for that. Looks like Ignite Poison, and basically kills them all. Yeah, there's a few left. Nice. Alright, so that's a good stopping point. Thanks for watching. Greetings and salutations, we're back as a level 14 Demon Spawn Gladiator of Ashenzari. We have just picked ourselves up some very expensive artifact Quicksilver Dragon Scales. Gives us some needed resist, willpower, and electricity. We still have yet to see an amulet. But sometimes that's just how it is. Sometimes that's how it is. So, in terms of other things that might be nice to buy eventually, Ruined Cloak, perhaps. Bardache of Venom, perhaps. What our hope would be to actually either brand it with Flame, or find a Flame one. So we've cleared out Lair 1 through 5. We're going to go down to Dungeon 12. We excluded a Hydra, but we actually can kill it now. It's 8-headed, which is not great. We're going to have to chop off heads, have them grow back. 13-headed. That's a little scary, but you know, that's kind of how it is. We went down to Dungeon 13, and then I think we decided to run away because we had the possibility of like a lair or a vault's entrance or something like that. It's good to kill the boulder beetle in an enclosed area like this. Cyclops and Centaur Warrior both after us. Why don't you open the door, bro? See how that works for you. And we gotta be careful about those ogre mages because they can't banish us, but we do actually have a little bit of willpower now. So dungeon 14, we have Roxanne in here. We really don't want to be in Roxanne's line of sight. We have skeletal warriors suggesting that the vaults is nearby. Let's go ahead and close that door. That basically means we can't go anywhere. So let's pick another staircase. We don't have any fire resist, so we need to be careful with this Ifrit, who immediately fireballs us. We do have resist cold, resist negativity, negativity from a ring, cold from our hat. And here's probably, yeah, we can, Ashenzari tells us here's probably the vault's entrance. So let's try and get things one by one. And we are trying to mute ourselves before we cough. But we're nearly certainly gonna mess it up sometimes. And before that, we apologize. We apologize. We're gonna get intellect, actually. No. We lost our cloak because of our stinger mutation. The 3rd level stinger. Alright, so we lose some armor class. We lose some potential ability to get resist, which kind of sucks, but you know, we're demon spawn. There's a chance that stuff's gonna happen. So this necromancer has bound the souls of all these humans. We're just gonna kind of tab through. Yaktar will try and break line of sight on him. The wizard can banish us. Sometimes they can banish us. Let's see what the spell set is. Yeah, 15% on banish. So we definitely want to get them going as soon as possible. Lots of humans and vault guards. Like kind of an easier vault entrance, if we're gonna be honest. Scroll of Fear. Nice, getting some nice consumables. Try and take out these slime creatures. Nice. Alright, so we've got Beguiling, Conjurations, Hexes, Translocations, and Weapon Skill. That's pretty good. I don't know that it's good enough to put on some of our endgame pieces. What we would really like to have would be spellcasting. Probably spellcasting and elements. So we're going to have to be a little careful because we don't have resist poison or resist corrosion. How are we looking on freezing climate? We're still upping our ice magic? Nope. We're still upping our air magic? Nope. And probably this has to do with our skill boosts. Alright, we're doing okay. Hey, Ring of Protection from Cold, that's better than Magical Power, perhaps, probably. There's no sense of us buying this cloak that we can no longer wear. Evocations and Alchemy. Evocations, Poison, and Transmutations. Yeah, we'll skip that. We will try and take out the Four-Headed Hydra. Nice. And then we have Roxanne here, so let's go to Dungeon 15. Got some Ogre Mages and stuff. We'll Meth Cloud them. I can't cast spells if they're wandering around confused. %34% failure. That's even good. Alright, I guess we'll just melee the Hydra. Hope we get good damage rolls. Nice. Bogart. We have a whole pack of them. Let's go ahead and use Toxic Radiance. We'll use it again. Skeletal Warriors with normal weapons. We got our Transmutation target, which is for Ignite Poison. Let's get our Fire a little higher. Ice and Air will get higher. Conjurations will get higher. Spellcasting will get higher. I think that's probably pretty decent. You can always adjust things a little bit. Alright, fighting summoned enemies, not great. Please don't banish us. So here's our Depths Vault. Alright, no problem. Alright, we're gonna have to get dodging up. Alright, it is going up at the moment. We would probably take Cunning. Elements in Cunning, there we go. Dodging. Nice, and then get Elements. Let's go ahead and put that, Let's go ahead and put that on our helmet. Alright, so that's it for Dungeon 15. Let's see what kind of vault we had on Dungeon 10. I kind of remember this as being kind of scary, but we think about where we were at Dungeon 10, that's probably part of the reason. If we open this door, it's basically just going to be for experience. There's not really any loot. But we'll use Toxic Radiance. We'll take out the Pyromancer, Skeletal Warrior. Let's take out that Centaur. We got ourselves slowed. That's our helmet plan for you. Alright, so Maggie has fire. We probably shouldn't get Maggie. But we can probably do the Orcish Mines. We haven't yet gone into Snake or Swamp, but we don't have any resist poison, and we don't have any flying. And we do have Olgreb's Toxic Radiance, and we're making some progress. Let's just go ahead and get those up to 10. Ice, Air, Conjurations, and Spellcasting will get up. We're going to temporarily have Fighting off. Alright. So we're going to stand here at the entrance and wait for the orcs to come to us, and then we'll just massacre them. Is the strategy. And we'll poison some as they run up to us, which will be largely successful. Alright, so let's start exploring around. So there's nowhere else for us to go unless we have dig. We do have 7 dig. Let's go ahead and use one. Urug. Let's Toxic Radiance. Take out the big bad enemies. Nice. Our damage output is pretty insane with this glaive. There's a chance we'll be able to find something better, but this is pretty good. Alright, Orc Warrior, you want to stand there and throw boomerangs at us? Why do you even bother? Alright, Book of Cantrips, Magic Mapping, we got a Minotaur and a Ghost. We actually can probably take that out, but it would not be wise to do that. Companions and elements, you know, we're not going to get Necromancy or Summoning, probably. Do we even know any summoning spells? No, we know Call Imp. Summoning could eventually be good, undoubtedly. But we don't have any summoning spells. And, man, Olgreb's Toxic Radiance really does quite a number of the Orcish Mines. It's extremely effective. We even have Ignite Poison, but that's not really... Ooh. Get hit by a bolt of fire. Let's take out that Sorcerer. Let's go ahead and Olgrebs again. We're gonna have to use... Do we want to bother using... Yeah, let's use Berserk Rage. The enemies are keeping coming, which kind of suggests to us that the Berserk Rage was not in fact a good idea. Because we're slowed, we do have 3 Fear Scrolls, and we do have a Condenser Vein. With the Condenser Vein, we get Acid Clouds, which is about as good as we could possibly hope for. And wouldn't you know, looks like we're doing okay. Right, not bad. Not bad. Jewelry shop. Interesting ring. Amulet of the Acrobat, the only accurate amulet that we found. I don't think we want to go for it. There's another jewelry shop. Ooh, reflection and regeneration. And protection from fire. Let's get that heal wounds. It's like, don't even hesitate. Pretty nice chainmail. Very, very encumbering. And overall, not better than our Quicksilver Dragon Scales, but they sure are a lot cheaper. Cunning and Alchemy. Alchemy's Poison and Transmutation. It would be nice to have the dodging, but yeah, we're not going to do that. Freezing Cloud, making good progress. Let's get another rank of Fire Magic. Alright, let's open this door. And we'll Olgrebs. And we take out the Minotaur, we take out the Orc Warrior, and we're just waiting for this ghost to walk back towards us, and then we kill that too. Oh, very nice. Got ourselves Apportation. Let's go ahead and memorize that. That's a good spell to get. We don't have any translocations, so let's at least get a tiny bit. Conjuration Ice Air, looking good. Silver Javelins. Let's drop our Spear of Venom. I don't know that these Javelins are really going to help anything. So that's it for Orc 2. Historically, you know, the general advice would be to go into the Lair now. And we're going to think about that because we could probably take the Elven Halls. We don't have any fire resist, which our willpower is kind of low, so I think we actually do go into the Lair. And we're going to Snake more than likely instead of the Swamp. Alright, we're going to take ourselves a brief break. Thanks for watching.